Hello everyone, this is Professor Gary. I'm your instructor for Management 660, Marketing Management, and in this brief recording I'm going to talk about the Blackboard space, kind of give you an idea of where everything is and what's going on, and that way you can hopefully learn your way around. In a second recording, or a different recording, I will go through the syllabus, but this recording is just only to kind of help you navigate through the course space itself. Okay, so if you click on course content, this is also called the home page. This is where you'll first come to look for information. Okay, and you'll see three things there: MarkStrat materials, weekly materials, and syllabus. Well, MarkStrat materials is all the materials that you're going to need to learn how to use MarkStrat. And MarkStrat is a marketing simulation. It's very popular, it's very well known, and it's a very successful teaching method. I've used it numerous times and my students absolutely love it, so you'll be doing it as well. And what you'll find in here will be documentation about how to sign up for it and how to kind of navigate your way around, answer to some questions, kind of some things that focus on particular features of MarkStrat. Okay, weekly materials, this is where you'll go to find what's going on this week. So for this week, the introduction, there will be a set of chapter PowerPoint slides for chapter 1, which feel free to look at. You don't really have to do much with them. It might be a good supplement for you as you read through the book. Also, you'll find the lecture for the week. What I'll do is each week I'll put up a lecture about the material for that particular week, and you'll be expected to go through it and listen and pay attention, because it can help you as you read the book. It can help you as you perform your discussion boards and other assignments during the term. Okay, so like I said, each week there'll be a new one to pop up. Okay, syllabus. This just simply links to the syllabus for this course, which is actually linked onto Google Docs. If you've never used Google Docs, it's a very slick and clever website where you can save and share all kinds of documents. This is where I have it kept. And like I said, I'll talk about the syllabus here in a different recording. I just want to break it up into two so you don't have to, or rather, so if you have to come back and look for information, you won't have to look through a big recording. You can look through a couple smaller recordings. Okay. All right, just going down the side here, we have all the different relevant tabs. Announcements. I may or may not use this. I tend to do everything via recording, so I might post them here, but I'll probably just post them during the week, in the week folder. Okay, assessments. There are no, in Blackboard language, assessments in this course. That generally means exams. I don't give exams. I feel like hands-on is a much better learning tool, so that's what you'll be doing. So there are no exams. So if you never see anything show up in this section of the course, don't worry about it, because there shouldn't be anything. All right, assignments. In addition to discussion boards, you'll have a number of assignments you'll need to complete and upload via the Dropbox. And this is the Dropbox, and this is all the different assignments and when they're due, and a brief little description of what there are. You have 5 reports that are due that relate to the MarkStrat simulation experience, and there'll be numerous recordings and documents that talk about what it is you actually have to do in those reports. But just know that when you have the report finished, you'll upload it into the Dropbox. So you just go here and you click, you type a note. This is our discussion, our reports. You hit add attachments, and then you add the attachment. Pretty simple. Then you hit submit. Okay. All right, down below you have something else that's required is a peer evaluation. If you work in a group, you're required to evaluate all your peers. So I get a good idea of how each person contributed to the project. So you'll submit that here. Actually, you won't submit anything except for a little code. What you'll do is you'll click on this link. You'll go to the survey. You'll fill out the survey. The survey will spit out a code for you. You'll take that code. You'll paste it down here in the submission box and click submit, and that's all you'll have to do. I will receive the actual peer evaluation itself from you through this other website. Okay, final presentation. One thing you'll be doing in this course, once the entire MarkStrat simulation is over, you'll be doing a very brief online presentation of your experience with the simulation. It'll be done in your groups. It'll be recorded. It's not going to be a live thing where you have to be online in front of your computer at any particular time. It'll be like most things else and other things in this course, very flexible to when you actually get it done. And then what you'll do is once it's done, there'll be a web link that you'll just paste in here, and then I'll go click that link to grade the presentation. And that's all you have to do is you paste the link here, click submit, and that's it. That's all you have to do. Okay, and then finally, peer alternative. Let me explain this just briefly. I mentioned the peer evaluations and I mentioned the group projects, group work. Well, for those of you that don't like working in groups, you should be very happy because I do provide you the opportunity to work alone if you don't want to work in a group. So there'll be a date early in the semester, in fact, the end of the first week, where you'll send me a short email saying I want to work in a group, I want to work with this person or that person, or I want to work in a group but I don't have any people I know that I would want to work with, or you say I want to work alone. Now, what the peer alternative is for those of you that work individually, I have to have an assignment that is parallel to the peer evaluation for those people that work in groups. The peer evaluation is worth 10 points of your final grade. If you work in a group and you don't do well, you could be penalized and lose up to all those 10 points. But if you don't work in a group, obviously there's no one to evaluate, and so instead of just giving you 10 free points, I'm going to have a very short assignment for you to do related to something from the simulation or something in the class that you'll use, that you'll be able to earn to up until 10 points. So if you look at these bottom two, if you look at peer evaluation and peer alternative, each of you in the class will be doing one or the other, but never both. Okay, so it'll become more clear if it's not yet as we go through the syllabus and go through the course. Okay. If you're not clear about when a particular assignment is due, start with the syllabus. If the syllabus isn't giving you the information you need, or you're not exactly sure, click on calendar. The calendar will have all the assignments set up on the particular dates they're due. Easy for you to find. My course starts on a Monday and ends on a Sunday, and almost all of your assignments are due on a Sunday night. Okay, you have the flexibility to do them all week long, but they're due on Sunday. So as you can see here, you have different things due each week. I'm not going to get into each of these assignments here, but just want to show you that they're everything is on the calendar. And see, things that are considered assignments and not discussions, there'll be a hyperlink to the assignment drop box, and you just click on this and you can go in and do the attachment. Okay, so we go through here, we get into November, and we get more heavily into the simulation itself, and then we kind of take a break for Thanksgiving. I tend to give pretty good break for Thanksgiving. I like Thanksgiving. It's my favorite holiday probably, besides baseball opening day, of course. And so we kind of take a little bit of break, and then we come back and we have a final part of our simulation, and then a final report, and then we have all the final things are due on Sunday, December the 9th, before midnight. Everything is due before midnight, so 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is fine. I will mention right now that I live in the Central Time Zone, so I might misquote a due time from time to time, but just know that everything is due just before midnight Eastern Standard Time. Okay? Alright, here are the actual discussion boards you'll be doing. Each week there are a number of discussion boards up until a point, and then early November there are no more discussion boards until the end of the semester. So each week you have discussion boards that you will be doing, and these are going to be graded like discussions you would have in a class. So I'm not going to go through here and say, well, no, you're right and you're wrong, so those of you that are right are going to get the highest number of points. Those of you that are wrong are going to get penalized. I'm going to grade this as a discussion. Were you actively involved in the discussion? Did you provide substantive, detailed, well thought out information? If you did, you're going to get a full credit. If you didn't, you're going to get some sort of penalty. Okay? And to get full credit, what you'll do is you will post an initial post that just answers directly all the questions that I give, and then a follow-up post to any other student's posts. And if you do both of those, I'll consider that full participation for that week, and you'll get full credit. Okay? A couple of exceptions to that is, first of all, the intro discussion, you don't have to respond to any other person's posts because this is just the introduction. Okay? So that's the exception. There was another exception I was going to mention, but now I don't remember what it was. So if it comes to me, I will let you know. Okay? So just note that starting from the beginning, there are multiple discussion boards each week. Some cover the book, some cover the simulation itself, some cover just current issues in marketing that I decide to throw in there. What you'll do is you'll again just discuss each of these. So like, for example, week 2, you need to answer and provide at least one response for each of these, for both of these discussion boards. You can't just do one or the other, you do both. Okay? And I don't want your initial post to be this long essay. You know, just a paragraph, 2 paragraphs, well thought out is more than adequate. Again, it's a discussion. It's not a dissertation, recitation. So hopefully that agrees with you. If you want to write more, you certainly can, but you don't have to. Okay, so, and we start out with multiple discussion boards each week, and as the semester moves along, we kind of step that down because the simulation is very, very much the focus of this course, and your November is going to be basically just working on the simulation. So I step down the discussion boards as we go, and as you'll see here, starting in week 8, due October 28th, there's only one. Each of those last 3 weeks, there's only one discussion board. Again, A, to give you more time to work on the simulation experience, and B, you know, just to kind of give you a break. There's a lot of discussion boards up front, so I want to kind of step that down. Okay. In the last 3 weeks, the discussion board topics are all about MarkStrat. What is this particular feature? Why would you use it? What would you do here? So that's all it is. Okay. All right. Group discussion area. This will be an area where you will have, if you're in groups, you'll have a discussion board unique to your group that only your group can access, where you can go in and just discuss things in a discussion board type format. So I may look in and see what you're talking about, but I'm not going to be actively involved there at all. That really is just for you guys to discuss and talk about your work. Okay. Questions and stuff. Nice formal topic there, or title there. Q&A forum is just a place for you to post questions if you feel the answers are beneficial to the whole class. There'll be questions you can ask of me. There'll be questions you can ask of your fellow students, and I will log in every day, or most every day, and try to answer those the best I can, if I can tell that those are directed at me and not at other students. There'll be one more category added, which I don't see here. I'm going to have one category that's just basically current issues in marketing. And these will be completely optional discussion boards based on particular issues that come up in the marketplace, in business, that I feel are interesting. So what I'll do is I'll probably throw up one of those each week. It'll cover some current issue, something going on, just kind of get your idea, to get you thinking about whatever the issue is in terms of what you're learning in the course. Again, totally optional. I do encourage you to kind of, you know, check it out and answer the question, and maybe just get involved in the discussion. It'll help you learn the material and help you help spur your interest in marketing, hopefully. So, again, those will be totally optional, completely up to you. Okay. All right, mail. If you've used Blackboard before, you know this is the mail feature. I realize this is the easiest way for you guys to communicate with me, so feel free to use it. However, I'm not going to log into Blackboard numerous times a day, so if you have pressing matters or things you want to get a quicker response on, just email me directly. Use the email address that's on the syllabus, the UMass address, and you will get a much quicker response if you email me that way. If you send me an email through Blackboard, and I've already logged into Blackboard once that day already, the chances are you're not going to get that email answered until the next day. So again, if you want it to be quicker, just email me directly, and I prefer that method. But again, this method is yours to use if you want as well. So feel free to use it. Okay. So roster, you can look in the roster and see who else is in the class. This will help you find out if you want to work with someone who might be available that you know. Okay, and then finally my grades. Here you'll go to see what your grades are. I don't have listed here the discussion boards yet, but there'll be basically one entry for each of the weeks of the discussion board. Week 1 discussion board, week 2 discussion board. I'm not going to grade each discussion board that week individually and give you an individual score for each one. There'll just be one score for all the discussion boards for that particular week. Okay, so those will be reflected in here very soon. Okay, anyways, that is it for the introduction to the Blackboard course space. Hopefully this will help you navigate your way around. If there's something that comes up that you're not sure about, go back to this video and watch it again. And if you're still not sure, then email me and let me know what's up, and I'll be happy to answer your question the best I can. Okay, that's it. Have a great day. We'll talk to you soon.